Hi, Janelle Schaefer here with Sheep Hill Herbs, and I hail from eastern Pennsylvania. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous fall day here, and if you have already subscribed to my channel, awesome, thumbs up to you. If you haven't, please take a moment to do so before you leave. Also leave a comment and a like because this helps my channel grow, and it will show up higher in the algorithm when people search different topics related to herbs. So I want to talk to you about chickweed today because it is blooming fresh and beautiful. It feels like spring. It feels like early spring right now, and I want to share my chickweed. I have in front of me a gorgeous fall bed of chickweed. And the cool thing about the fall is that we often get plants that came up in the spring coming up again in the fall. So I have my dandelions coming up, I have some tomatoes coming up again, and then all of this delicious, delicious chickweed. Okay, so in front of me here, I have a jar of chickweed that I have been soaking in olive oil, honestly, for a couple months now. Let's see the date, 8. So it was early August, and now it is about 2 months, a little more than 2 months later. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out this old chickweed and put in fresh so that I can make a much more potent chickweed ointment. So I'll show you that once we go inside. Okay, so I have pulled out a bundle of chickweed, and honestly I'm going to actually make a salad with this later, have my kids pick some. It is delicious. I think it even tastes better than it did this spring. So what I'm going to do is take this chickweed and let it wilt for about 2 hours before I put it into the olive oil to make a stronger infused oil with the chickweed. And I will let you know how I'm going to use that when 2 hours is up. I'll come back and do that part of the clip. Okay, so I'm back inside, and I want to show you what I'm going to do with the chickweed that I have now wilted. I want to make my infused chickweed oil stronger so that I can turn it into an ointment. And the reason why I want to do that, it's actually a fabulous ointment. Works really well for bug bites and bee stings and all kinds of itchy things. And for some reason, skin seems to get itchy stuff a lot. And I read in one of Rosemary Gladstar's teachings that it's just kind of like part of life, part of a natural part of cleansing after the winter time. Things come out of the skin, and you can help it along with good herbs and good ointments. So I'm going to take this wilted chickweed, so I don't want to have super fresh herb when I make an infused oil. It's too much moisture, and you could spoil your oil. So first I'm going to pour off my oil. And this is, like I said, chickweed I collected 2 months ago. And I could use cheesecloth, but I'm lazy and I'm just going to squeeze it. It's good. And then set that aside. And then I'm going to carefully pour my oil, I think I'll do it over this dish, back into the jar. And then I'm going to take my wilted chickweed and I'm going to put it into the jar. And I might have to add a little bit more olive oil so that there's some headspace. So here we go. And I'm making a mess. So I just added fresh chickweed to my already infused chickweed oil to make this stronger. So you can do this when you make your infused oils, make like a triple or double batch so that you have a more potent infused oil. And then I'm just going to, when I go back in the kitchen, I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil. I'm going to put the lid on tightly. And then I'm going to let this sit a few more weeks before I turn it into an ointment. And hopefully that will be a video that you'll be able to watch shortly. So thanks for coming.